Now, as Ghana joins the rest of the world to mark the International Day of Sign Language, government is being charged to improve the quality of life of hearing impaired persons, especially the youth. The group in a statement is asking governments to include sign language services in metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to improve communications for hearing impaired persons. We have been joined in studio by sign language interpreter Robert Fimpong Manso, who is part of this group that petitioned government. Robert, I believe it's good morning.
You're right. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right. So first of all, what's the gap or challenge that we face when it comes to addressing issues faced by hearing impaired persons?
Here in Ghana?
Yes, here in Ghana.
Let me say good morning to all my listeners. You're welcome on the Joy
News Desk.
News Desk. Sign language aspect in Ghana, I would say, it's improving now as compared to this gone. I would say it's improving now. Yeah. Some time ago, if you say sign language, people don't know much about sign language. But this time I can say it's improving.
You go for most events and there's a sign language interpreter and, you know, people are more aware of it. Is that what you mean?
I mean, yeah, I can say in a way, I can say that if you compare from now to, say, 2000 backwards, you will see much sign language interpretation on national or other programs. But this time, people are getting into sign language. So those who are willing to interpret sign language into their programs, some of them will invite interpreter to come and at least assist the service provision.
Okay. Now, your group has still identified that there is a gap. Tell us about that.
Yeah, for the gap, I would say it's plenty. Yeah. The gap is plenty because, first of all, I would say sign language actually is not recognized in Ghana. Ghana law, sign language is not actually recognized. Though you see people outside doing their thing, right? Throwing their hands in the air, I would say that's how people assume, doing their communications. But it's not actually regularized, yeah, in Ghana. Yeah. So people sometimes, in a way, I would say, abuse it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what sense?
Yeah. Sometimes people will see you doing the sign. Especially when you are in a trotro, you're sitting in a trotro with a deaf guy or lady by you. And immediately you start to do your thing. Hey, go for dinner, moye. Make a one someone now. Hey, do you want to see right? So people think as they are throwing their hands, they are gossiping. No, it's not gossiping, it's the mode of their communication.
So there's a stigma, there's a mindset about people who even sign in public.
Yeah, I would say yes. Yeah, a little. Yeah, little stigma.
Do you feel shy to sign in public as a result? Not just you as Mr. Fimpong Manso, but persons who can, whether they are hearing impaired or not. Does it stop them from going ahead to do that?
No, I would say, you know, if you are a signer, I would say in a way, you feel proud of yourself, because among the group who are there, you or two other guys will be those who are able to communicate in sign language. So assuming, let's say, national president is giving a speech and interpreter signed by the president, how would you feel? Right? You feel proud. So the work that we are doing, though I would say it's not all that recognized in Ghana, but we are proud. Because among the majority of Ghanaians, we are the very few who are able to communicate with the deaf people. And we are able to communicate the language of the deaf to the general hearing public. So we feel proud.
But that should change, shouldn't it? There should be more people who can communicate, who can bridge that gap between hearing impaired and hearing.
There should be. There should be. You know, why less people. I would say here in Ghana, we don't have an institution which is recognized that trains sign language interpreters. Just recently that we got in one, right? We don't have institution that trains sign language. So all the signers, like let me say myself, I've signed for long. I learned this church. I learned it in the church.
Oh,
right. There was deaf people in our church, and the church needed someone to do the interpretation. So someone came from US and taught me, right? So apart from church, who will teach you? So unless your friend, and your friend teaching you will teach you how to communicate with the deaf, but will not teach you how to interpret. We have two different things. We have sign language interpretation, and we have sign language what? Signers.
Okay.
Or communicators.
What's the difference?
The difference is not everybody who can sign can interpret. Interpretation is a profession by itself. You need education. You need at least elsewhere. You don't need less than 4 years to do a degree. Even after the 4 years, we have to be certified, because before you are allowed to interpret. Okay. But here in Ghana, anyone who just throws the hands thinks I know how to interpret, and at times I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot. There are certain programs that they face in sign language interpreters, and you see how they, in fact, you don't know the sign, so you think it's okay. Right? Yes,
but for you who knows, you realize that there's a lot going on.
Yes.
You were talking earlier about how there's no law regulating the use of sign language in the country. How would the law help the system that we have now?
Yeah. When the law comes in, then the law will allow or make a policy that every institution, every public institution, has to be what? Accessible to the deaf people. If I say accessible. Now, if a deaf person have a case in a police station, there is no sign language interpreter at the station who will do the interpretation, or who would assist the police to write a statement of the deaf person. Let me give one scenario. I was in Kumasi by then. So when I came to Accra first, somewhere in 2008,
okay,
there was a deaf person who had been locked up at the National Police Station almost 1 year.
Because they
were not able to take his statement.
Wow.
He was in excess. So when I came, my boss asked me to go there and assist with the interpretation. So immediately I went there, in fact, the police was so happy. So I assisted with the statement written, and the guy was posted to court.
Wow. So these are some of the things that we need a law to ensure that all of these things are there, are put in place. Thank you so much, Mr. Fimpong Manso, for joining us.